lot of these kind of low structures, houses with a lot of beams and columns. These are all mid-century modern homes. There's a handful of architects that got national recognition in Arlington around the 40s, 50s, 60s. Alan Taniguchi went on to become the Dean of Architecture at UT Austin, and his son still has a really thriving practice up in Austin. But anyway, they got national awards, national press. This place was a real hotbed of, progressive architecture back at that time.
And so a lot of famous architects came out of here. So we're hoping that you guys will continue that tradition.
Exactly. Yeah, y'all go get your education, come back. But like if you pick up a design magazine today, modern homes, they're still not as good as some of these that you're going to see here. That's why they got published in national magazines, big spreads.
Meeting architects like him that came to tour it for the first time in 2002. I think it was the first trip in 2002 that they came to visit this house. We already knew, I've always wanted to be an architect, but there was no such education in the Valley, and in my days they wanted us to get married and have babies, and so I did that. So anyway, but when I made my husband and had this house, I fell in love with the house, and it's a joke of mine that I don't know if I like the house more than my husband or who I like more, but I love the house. The little I knew of architecture at that time, he said it was Art Deco, and I told him, no. I said, no, I don't know much about architecture at this point, but I know Art Deco, and that is not Art Deco. So I started at the internet. This is 1996. The internet wasn't like it is today that you just Google something. So it took me a while, and finally I found it, and I said, this is what it is. It was an ad behind one of those interior decorator homes. But it became a passion, almost like an obsession to protect. And then I started identifying others in the neighborhood. And then about that little couple of years later, the first tour comes of architects, so that nailed it. I knew we were onto something, that the house was so good because for a reason, that it was well designed. And believe me, when you live in a well-designed home, your life changes. It's a whole different, so architects have a way of changing lives. I truly believe it. No. We wish. When my husband bought this house in 1993, it was empty. But it has the sliding louver doors, and he's going to show you that.
And is this a room or just like separate rooms?
It's on program space, so like you could open all this up and just have
so it can just be
everybody
one
hang
big
out.
room.
Yeah. Or you can make 3 rooms like that.
You just have them separate on the.
Yeah, like he was saying that
Wherever they need to be, that's where they are.
traditional way of building.
And so this one, you use these 2 sliding panels.
Yeah, when was he built?
1950.
1950, so it is a
create
branch,
a
what
room
we call
like
it,
that.
the modern term is
Same thing over
atomic
here.
branches.
And then behind this one, there's a
The
closet.
atomic era,
Oh,
the
another
50s
one
and the
right over
60s,
there.
everything.
Yeah, she's added this.
Oh yeah,
Like 2 bedrooms, or if you want a big party space, you can open all this stuff up, all those doors slide out of the way, everybody can just kind of hang out. These louvers, this is because it was all before air conditioning, yeah. So they'd open those windows, they'd open the back windows, and the breeze would blow through. In the brick, that's our native stone here in the valley. Everything's all about what's available.
Let air.
To let the heat radiate warm up this casing as well?
It's all rounded out. This is wrapped. No trim, no frame. If we don't need it, don't do it.
yeah, that's the sleek lines of modernism for you, which makes it so peaceful.
So when you close it, there's nothing going on. It's just.
Yeah.
Nothing is impossible unless you say it's impossible. Nothing is dumb unless you say it's dumb. Before people thought this was a joke, and look how it's.
The arroys back there like mine, but
So I've always just liked that I had.
but she left it.
And there's a great story in Texas Monthly about the Taniguchis.
Yes.
Actually, it is. Gave me that article. But about Taniguchi, I think y'all have done the research on Taniguchi, right? Y'all know his history, how he left California because of persecution over there.
Yeah.
Guys,
this is what I want in my kitchen, in my dream home. kitchen was like this big. Take out the legs, man.
Yes, there's a floating closet in there, which is like one of those unique things that you don't see nowadays. So basically, it's not on the floor. They just kind of incorporated a little section where it's off the floor, and there's a window underneath, and so the whole closet is like a floating closet. Every kid that I come across is, which some of you already heard a little bit of a speech, is make sure that you finish your high school. It's very important. Your grades are actually important. They don't all have to be straight A's, but the best grade you can be. Go to college. Whatever you do, finish college, and then work hard. Okay?
This open was all sheetrock. Every piece of brick and wood they covered in sheetrock. There was roof leaks, termites, mold, asbestos, you name it. Moves, and we're just slowly bringing it back. That wall was pushed out, so we're taking everything back to the original, pulling all the sheetrock off. Phil Baxter, he designed this. There's two Taniguchis down here. One's Eddie and. Can I get a tan? Go for it.